All right. So another NBA story, which is a lot more fun. It doesn't require Pablo Torre to find out. Did you see this with the Dallas Mavericks? They put it out on their social media, and the bold line at the very top, wanted the one of one. And this is the newly issued Topps debut patch autograph card from Cooper Flagg. So it's his very first game with the Mavericks that's being memorialized with this card, or immortalized, if you will. He had a double double, 10 points, 10 rebounds. I remember it was a game against the San Antonio Spurs, his NBA debut after coming out of Duke. And it features, now I'm not big into collecting cards, though. If we were in my studio at home, you would see I have a few actually, including one of Larry Bird. The card not only features the like his likeness and the actual card, but it features the patch that he wore when he was playing in that game. Okay, so it was placed on that jersey, and now it's in the Topps Chrome update set that just came out this week. I don't know personally, because this is not an area where I have a lot of expertise and experience, but it is expected to be one of the most highly sought after cards in history. They also did one for Paul Skenes. Did you guys see this? The number that it got at the auction, the number it sold for at auction, $1.1 million. So there are experts out there, investors, guys who know the sports card industry and the market, and the predictions, some of them are that this card with Cooper Flagg will be worth $1.5 million. So here are the Dallas Mavericks who are saying, if you have the card, we want it. They're willing to give out all kinds of perks and tickets, and I mean, we're talking about amazing, like a haul and an exchange for this card. Okay, so here's, and you can see it on the screen, pretty incredible. I don't want to have to zoom in, so I'm just going to read it off the screen so I don't miss it. But they're willing to offer you, if you get the card, maybe you want to go out and start buying cards, start investing in cards right now, 2 premium lower level season tickets for 32 years. 32 years. Of course, that's significant. You can also get a signed jersey from Cooper Flagg, post-game photos with the young superstar, a photo shoot with his Rookie of the Year trophy, if that's your jam, and the 2011 NBA championship trophy. So let's just say you're a Dallas Mavericks diehard. Maybe you don't have the money for season tickets right now, but you love Dirk Nowitzki and you remember every moment of that 2011 NBA Finals. I was actually working at ESPN Radio at the time, and I did part of the studio for that Finals series against the Miami Heat. It was amazing. So that championship trophy, his Rookie of the Year trophy, you can get a sesh with the 2 trophies, a VIP tour of the practice, the practice facility, a meet and greet with the team, a private basketball experience for up to 10 guests at the American Airlines Center, and a road trip experience to Boston, of course, to see the Mavericks play the Celtics. And that includes the whole package: airfare, hotel, tickets. Okay. So we don't know the total value because it would kind of depend on where the seats were and what the premium lower level season tickets sell for, or what their face value is. But this card is so valuable to the Mavericks that they're willing to give you all of this stuff. Now, keep in mind, most of this stuff costs them no money. Okay. So that's what I think is worth pointing out. Yes, they'd have to pay for you to go on the road trip to Boston, airfare, hotel tickets. Gosh, if they were smart, haha, they would just turn around and put you on the team plane and make it even more so. And then you don't even have to worry about the airfare, right? If you're the Mavericks. But yeah, we're talking about a road trip. That's nothing from a Mavericks organization that's worth millions of dollars. The tours, the photo sessions, the jersey from Cooper Flagg, that doesn't cost them anything. Okay, so that's all stuff that they get for free. Walking you through American Airlines Center and the private experience, none of that costs them any money. So they're asking you to give up. If you're the one that finds the card, they're asking you to give up a possible payday of $1.5 million if it goes for that much. And they're not having to give up nearly as much in return. And honestly, they're not paying you for the tickets, right? They're giving you the season tickets. It does take away from them being able to sell them for the next 32 years, but they're probably going to make money on the beer you buy or the food, the concessions, the parking that you use to get into the arena for 32 years to take advantage of your season tickets. Okay. So they're not paying a whole lot to try to get this card off the market. But what they are doing is they're putting out this gaudy package with a huge haul. And if you're a diehard Mavericks fan, it would appeal to you. And so let's be honest, this is quite the deal for the Mavericks. If they can get possession of that card, and it's something that they don't have to give up a lot for in return, though it does look really impressive when it's listed the way that they've listed it on social media. For them, it's quite the deal because most of it is time, not necessarily money. Most of it, again, maybe costs them a little bit, takes away from their earnings power, but they're going to make that up as they can promote you and as they get more traffic, people to buy Topps cards so that they can find the Cooper Flagg patch, the debut patch. So they're making money. And just by getting that card in their possession, they're already a huge winner, hand over fist. So I don't think I would actually give it to the Mavericks as much as I would enjoy going to the games. And that's really the thing, right? If you're a huge season ticket holder, maybe you're not big into memorabilia, but you would love to essentially have season tickets for the rest of your life. If you're in your 30s, for the rest of the time that you feel like you want to go to games and that you're willing to get out and go to games, you get to meet Cooper Flagg. That's probably, if you have kids, an experience that they'll remember for their lifetimes. So we'll see. It's like I said, it's a good trade for the Mavericks because they're not giving up a whole lot. It's more time than anything. And what they're giving up, they're more than going to make up for in the publicity and kind of if the card comes out and if they do end up making the trade with a fan, well, they're going to end up getting a lot of attention and a lot of PR and a lot of social media traffic simply because of the deal that they made. But yeah, we'll see whether or not someone comes up with it quickly. But what the Mavericks are doing is saying like, woohoo, look over here. You don't want that card. Let us have the card and you can have all this stuff and you can be set for life when it comes to attending the Dallas Mavericks games. And we'll even give you some special behind the scenes priceless experiences because you won't be able to buy these more than likely. Just it's the one card. All we want is the card. Pretty impressive, right? And they have it on social media. I might have to retweet it on my X account during the break, but it's this big graphic and across the top in very large letters, our bounty. So it's got of course, a photo of Cooper Flagg, and it's got a photo of the debut patch and the autograph card because he signed it, obviously. And they're looking for it. They've got our bounty across the top. Just here's what we get. We get the one card. You get all of this stuff. We got to put it in fine print because there's so much stuff we can't fit it on the front of the card if we use a larger font. So that's kind of fun. I like it. I like the creativity of it for the Dallas Mavericks, but I also think it's worth noting that you're likely to make a lot more money and you're likely to come out a lot farther ahead if you get the card and you sell it than if you get the card and give it to the Mavericks. You might be their favorite person and they might put your name out there and you will get some attention and some social media traffic. But for the most part, if you're looking for the financial windfall, if you're looking for that bounty that really makes a difference for generations to come, you're probably better off keeping the card and selling it yourself. Though I know that doesn't seem as romantic or it's not as much fun as getting season tickets for 32 years to be able to attend Mavericks games as much as you want and be a diehard there in the lower level. It would be tempting. If you're a huge fan, that is a tempting deal, but the money ultimately would be worth more to you if you end up keeping the card. Zach, what would you do? Okay, say it's not the Dallas Mavericks. Say it's your favorite.
Yeah. I would probably turn it in still, just because everything you're getting back for it, it seems like that's the way to go. Like I do understand, like you said, that um, they don't have to give up much for the tickets and for everything else. So it's not a lot of a haul for the Mavs to have to give
Not an
up.
even exchange. Yeah.
No, well, it's not an even exchange, and honestly, I think I might, just knowing the little bit more that I know about some of the card hobby, I might just sell it. And the reason I say that is because the chance of you finding it, like the boxes that these come in already of just the
Mhm.
packs that you're not guaranteed obviously to get anything in, for like the hobby box that this is in, is like 550 a box.
What?
Yes. I went and
Oh,
I
I was
looked up to
thinking
see.
this was something you would buy at the grocery store and
No,
went, oh my
and
gosh.
this is something usually they sell these in like packs that you have to go to actual hobby stores to buy. They're not the ones you're buying at Walmart. They're not the ones you're buying
Whoa.
at Target usually.
Okay, that changes
Sometimes it can,
everything.
it does. Sometimes it can, but like I'm already spending a lot of money, I would think, to find this. And
Yep.
so if I'm putting in a lot of money on that, then I feel like that's what I'm after. If I had
Mm,
the income to be able to spend all that money to try to find that card, I
right.
could probably potentially, if I wanted to buy season tickets, not for 32 years, could do that. So it's just like a measuring of like which way you want to go. But
Here's something else I didn't consider though, Zach. If you're the season ticket holders, you can turn around and sell those tickets
ooh,
on the
that's true
secondary
too.
market. Would that be a possibility? Or would the Mavericks say, no way, actually, we have the seats, you're allowed to use them. We're going to give them to someone like another, I don't know, a business partner, a corporate partner. But if they're actually seats in your name and the Mavericks forget about it after 2 or 3 years, can you
Hmm.
turn around and sell those tickets to games that you can't go to? Because we're talking about, what is it? There's 41 home games per year, maybe. Sometimes there's
Hmm.
international games in there or they play games in Vegas, but you could also make a haul on selling the season tickets if you're selling them at face value and they're worth, say, 300 bucks.
Oh,
Now
for
that's not
sure.
1.5 million, but yeah, if you're plunking down several
It could be
thousand,
residual income. Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Over 32 years, and you consider inflation. At the same time, I didn't realize how much these boxes of cards cost. So if you're plunking down, let's say 10 grand, and you come up with it, you've already spent a lot of money. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, it's an
It's just weird to
interesting
balance the
dilemma.
the thing that I would also say is, just because of some of the other places I have worked, I do know a little bit about this, that the season tickets that the Mavs probably gave you, like they would know exactly what section and everything. So if they scoured, like they would be able to tell if you were selling them or not. So they might have
Interesting.
that, like you said, like they might have the caveat in there of like, yeah, you got to keep them though, which then also changes everything too. It's very weird
Yeah,
how it all works out. It's a really nice looking card, but I think honestly, at least in this situation with Cooper Flagg, and I'd still probably turn it in. Like there, that is a lot of cool things. Like you get to meet him.
it
Yeah,
is.
like you just got to weigh it out. But no, I think I'm turning it in.
Yeah, the season tickets, if you could sell them, that's tempting. But I agree. I think the $1.5 million, it's worth so much more. And you don't even know if that's what it actually sells for. Of course, it could be less. But even so, that's a payday that could really change your family's entire financial
Oh,